Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
Let's talk some more about love from the book of 1 John. In 1 John chapter 3, we see this idea that we are to love one another, and there is a standard and there is a motivation behind that love. Look at verse number 16 of chapter 3. By this we know love, real love, the kind of love that we're supposed to have for one another, because He laid down His life for us. Now get this, and we also ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Now do you remember from John chapter 13, 34 and 35? A new commandment I give to you, that's what Jesus said, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another as I have loved you. We need to love one another not by a standard that we create, but in the same way that Jesus loves each one of us. Now listen, he says in verse number 17, but whoever has this world's goods and sees his brother in need and shuts up his heart from him, how does the love of God abide in him? Do we really care about people? I knew a lady one time, I was in a civic club with her, and she would hear some terrible story about children that were in need, and she said, oh, I just love so much, I love so much. And then after a while, we began to realize, well, she talked about it, but she never did anything. And there's a lot of people like that in the world. Oh, I care and I hurt. But do you do something? Real love is demonstrated in action. Now, he hits on this in verse 18. My little children, let us love not in word or in tongue, but in deed and in truth. And by this we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before Him. Do we really demonstrate that kind of love in our lives, that we care about people enough that we'll extend ourselves? Now, there's a lot of different ways that we can extend ourselves to demonstrate our love to others. It might be that we have material possessions and that they need a hand up. And we've always got to be careful about helping in the most appropriate way. But, you know, there are many people in our culture that just need someone to take time to listen. Not someone to fix their problems, but just someone to listen. Do we love people enough to get involved in their lives, listen to their problems, to pray for them, to be concerned for them? That's what God calls upon the faithful child of God to do, and of course that's what we want to do.